So yeah, we just need to consider those other markets, and I got a couple of contacts that we'll get in touch with and just keep pushing toward them. So we'll see what happens.
Why not?
All right, let's do meeting minutes.
Okay.
Okay. Hey, everybody. Welcome to our meeting minutes segment. This is where Ben and I kind of mid-meeting decide that we want to peel off and talk about topics of interest to the group. Could be questions from the group, could be just things that we wanted to feature or highlight from the different groups that we have around the country for multifamily and more. Today, we're going to talk about some recent networking that we both did. So Ben and I were down in Orlando, Florida for the Jake and Gino Multifamily Mastery 3. And we got to see actually a bunch of people from the Michigan group was there. The South Florida crew was there.
Yeah.
San Francisco was there. Hendra and Mercy were both there. I feel like Tampa, TJ Hines was there from Tampa. Like we had Michigan, or I should say Multifamily More was in the house.
Yeah.
It was represented really well. So it was really cool to see a lot of people that we know, but we wanted to have some takeaways from that. And then we just had our first, I guess our second, but our first sort of
Mixer.
truly planned mixer. The first one was in Boston. That was a little smaller, more the test run.
I think I want to call those more get-togethers than mixers, because it's really like a bunch of us online getting together in person.
I like mixer. Okay. We mixed.
We mixed.
It just sounds more like you have a cocktail in your hand and you're, whatever. Get together is more like we're going to play Scrabble or something. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it's a lost in translation thing.
No, I think it's just, I just wanted to mention the fact that we're not, I don't take myself seriously. I don't think you do. We like to learn, learn from other people and share. It's just about sharing.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what I do.
Oh, agree. So in the vein of sharing, then let's talk about these two events. So Jake and Gino, Ben, you and I had a couple takeaways that we agreed upon. It's interesting. We connected after or during the breaks or whatever, and we both had two things that really resonated with us. I jotted them down, but why don't we lead off with what was number one for you that we took away?
Build a business, not a job.
Yeah.
So you don't want to have a high-paying job and just work a lot for a little or a lot of money. It doesn't matter. You really want to build systems right away in order to, just build a business. It sounds, I'm not explaining myself.
No. I mean, you're spot on. And I think that's it. A lot of people have jobs that get into this space in order to get away from their job, right? And go to job. I'm a job guy, right? I have one. Ben is too smart for that. But often what you do,
a job here too.
Well, that's true. His business is his job. So he's working on building a business, not a job. But it's very easy, and it sounds so simple. Like you said, it's like kind of a build a business, not a job. Like, yeah, okay, we get it. But it resonated in this meeting or in this getaway, in this weekend or whatever, because, as much as you may think you are, or as much as I think I am building a business, I'm spending a lot of time on it. And I'm not thinking in that moment, like, okay, what am I doing right now? How do I package this, write it out, create the process or the system and offload it, whatever it may be, if I can? How does this thing run without me? And it can't right now. That's just being honest. It can't without Ben right now. So build a business, not a job was big. And I think for me, he got into, I forget the speaker's name, but he got into the weeds on like Dropbox, like four folders and then subfolders under each of those where he cataloged everything that he does so that a VA or whoever else comes in can just pluck that and use it. So I think that was a big takeaway, Ben. I think you're spot on.
Because we're going through that at the office right now. We're just using a free software called Loom. And every new process we're doing there, any repetitive tasks that's being done, we're recording it so that we can, one day or tomorrow, today, or soon offload it to someone, and it's already going to be in the library. Because it all comes down to, it's not really what you do, is are you supposed to do this, or are you supposed to do something for the business? So there's a lot of things like, just for us, a lot of video editing that I'm doing. there's a lot of stuff that we both do
Yeah.
that are essential, but we're reconsidering, actually paying for someone to do those things so we can focus on finding deals and building more relationships, so on and so forth.
Right. We love this. We love adding value through this
Being honest
medium.
about, yeah, just being honest about what we're doing and if
Yeah.
we're really supposed to be doing that or something else.
Yeah, we're in the nitty gritty too much. We are, and it feels like it's quick, no problem. I'll take care of it. But yeah, Ben and I are both at the place of needing to offload. So build a business, not a job, was one. The second takeaway was really, and again, neither of these are groundbreaking, but it was a good reiteration on the power of brokers. So Ben, we've both been, I don't want to say frustrated, but definitely have had the idea of like, hey, look, we're not getting priority from brokers. Our networking efforts have paid off more. It seems we get more deals this way, like real deals to analyze this way than we do through the brokers. So we've kept relationships, but not as maybe as in depth or not as broad with brokers as we probably should or need to. And now this is us. This may not be. Many of you may have brokers in the bag. Good for you. But for us, it was a wake up call to double down on our broker efforts. We have some really good ones that we work with, but we need to be better with them, more responsive with them, to really treat them as part of the team more than we have. Is again, just being vulnerable here. We have not done the best job of that, despite our efforts to find deals, and they do the legwork that we were thinking about doing, like getting a list and starting to call. Like that's what they do. So why don't we leverage them, right? So that was the other takeaway: was brokers, brokers, brokers.
I agree. I agree. We started off, and this is what we learned at the academy, and we started networking with brokers. It didn't work like we wanted it to work, so we went a different route and just said, essentially, a year later or so, or a year and a half later, it was very apparent that all the people doing a lot of deals at this event, deals came from brokers. So
Right.
like we're probably missing out on something. We should, circle back around it.
That's
Yeah.
true, right? Everyone's saying, "Hey, yeah, my broker, my broker, my broker." And we're like, "All right, we've leveraged the networking part, and it worked. We got a deal through networking. We had two deals through networking, um, but to get to where we need to be, we need to dive back into brokers. So those were our two big lessons. So prioritize your brokers, build a business, not a job. The mixer that we had, Ben. So this was fun. 100 plus people showed up. We'll have some video coming out here soon. I've dropped some pictures from the event in different social media settings, Instagram, this, that, and the other. But we got a great video. It's just in the final phases of editing. That'll give you a really good sense of it. Really awesome to have our sponsors there. We sponsored it from CF Asset Group. Grant with Warrington Capital. Grant and Monica sponsored it. City Club Apartments was a great, great venue, and they were a sponsor. Steve Lyman with Superior Management Systems, great sponsor. And of course, Greystone Bell, a broker, one that we're networking with more, sponsored this as well. So really, really cool. And I enjoyed it thoroughly. We had a couple different takeaways from this. What was your big one?
We just realized that we really enjoyed getting people together in a room and just having fun talking to people and meeting people that you're used to talking online to. I want to go back to at the beginning of this, we were talking about not taking ourselves too seriously. We're really here. Our mission and our goal in creating these groups was just to learn, essentially, and to share what we learned. But it was kind of selfish that we wanted to learn more by getting people in this group and be able to ask questions.
Yeah.
And having that, it's all virtual, but when we have these same people in the room physically, it's really fun.
Yeah,
So
agreed.
we
We've learned that we like adding value. Oh, sorry.
no, you're good.
No, I was going to say we learned that we love adding value. We learned that from the beginning. Again, we started out with the idea of, hey, let's bring a community together, and we're trying to learn and learn, like you said. But we really enjoy the giving part of it. And what was really cool for me, our mission with this group, it's become, and we've messaged this, that we want to build a community that helps people reach financial and lifestyle freedom, whatever their goals are within those two areas. Maybe they're the same thing. We want to help people get there. And the interest in Michigan in this event, the people we had to turn away at the door, literally, we had to turn a couple people away at the door. It just told me that our why is other people's why as well. It resonates, right? Like what we're trying to accomplish is what other people want as well. So we're on the right path. We're working on the right thing, and it really just makes us want to double down on creating that value. So we are planning on doing this in other cities. We have 10 markets total. 2 of them are pretty big for us right now. South Florida's got 1,200 members. Cleveland's got about 500 members. So we're probably going to start there. But as we get into San Francisco and Portland and some of the other markets that we have a multifamily and more branch in, yeah, I mean, we want to do more of this because we saw deals, people, connections happening that are going to lead to more deals in the future. So, yeah, that's I think that was huge. I had a great time with it too.
Yeah, we both had a great time, but I guess we really enjoy seeing other people have a good time and get somewhere. I said
It,
they got a lot out of it.
it's our
And
baby, right? Like you think about it, we're standing in the room looking around and we're seeing people together because of something we create. How can you not feel prideful in that, right? People are bought into what you're trying to do, and you built a community. So yeah, kudos to you. Kudos to us. We did a great job. We're so good. No.
sometimes,
All right, that's meeting minutes. Let's get back to the regular stuff here. I'm going to stop the recording here. Thanks, everybody. Drop some comments below. Make sure you subscribe in the corner. I don't know which corner it's going to pop up in, but subscribe in the corner so you can get more content from us. Really appreciate everybody being a part of our community, and let us know if there's any topics you want us to cover. Have a great day, everyone.
bye.